Hi everyone, it's Andy from Hobby Headquarters. Well, I'm over at my workbench again today. We're working on the Panzer IV F, which is actually an F1 model with the short barrel 75. And we're working on that right now, and as you can see, we are progressing right along with it. And thought I'd take a quick little break from that to show you guys a bunch of new kits that just came in from RYEFIELD model, as well as we also got in the new 76.2 millimeter tank round for basically the T34 85. So I'll open up one of those and show you inside as well. So we've got the, just kind of go down the line. So obviously this is a way smaller shell than you guys have seen the King Tiger, which I still have to paint this too, I know. But yeah, a little bit of a size difference there. Then we also have in, and we're going to show you inside these kits too. This is the new Panzer IV H from RYEFIELD model. These are a great looking kit and at a really good value too. At I think it's $45 for this kit. And then we also are going to take a look at the new T34 85. Another great kit, great value too, under $40 for this particular kit here. So really good value on that. And finally, kit-wise, we also have another Panzer IV. Now this is the late J final edition one that they came out with, but this one now has a full interior. So you get that other one and lots and lots of parts. So if you guys are looking for a project and you want a lot of parts, this will be a perfect one for you on that. And then there's also two little upgrade kits. There's a T34 85 upgrade kit for that one, and this is the upgrade kit for the Panzer IV J, and it'll work on this one with interior plus the old one that came out, I think it was about 4 months ago, that has just the exterior. So it's just upgrade stuff for the outside of the tank. So we've also got that too. So we're going to show you some of the inside parts on that. And I also need you guys to do me a quick favor. What I want to do is after we show you all the inside parts on this, I want you to go down in the comment section and leave me some comments of what you like about the curtain kits and what you don't like about the kits. Keep in mind too, manufacturers, they do listen to that kind of stuff. And if there's enough people saying that they want to see it this way or that way, they will go ahead and, you know, make changes down the road to other new kits that are coming out. Also, it would be help us out if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button down there. And once you leave comments and hit the like button down there, it recommends, or YouTube recommends, the video to more people, and it helps out our channel here. So I'd appreciate it if you want to go ahead and do that. So we've got a few kits that we're going to take a look at the inside of the parts. So let's get started. Okay, first kit we're going to take a look at now is the new RYEFIELD model T34 85, model 1945, factory 174. So as you can imagine, that's a mouthful right there. Now we kind of knew that they were going to come out with the T34 because about 3 years ago they had the first two T34 chassis come out, which they had like an Egyptian T34 chassis with a gun on it. So it's the same pieces off of that, which are all brand new anyway. So let's take a look at what is inside this kit. The very first sprue we're going to take a look at here is the wheels, tracks, and suspension parts. And I'll kind of just get in there real tight and let you take a look at all of those. There we have the tracks. They are molded in, as you can see, the long links of piece, and then the individual links right there. Look pretty nice. We have some slide molded pieces on here as well. As you can see here, the fuel tanks are all slide molded. That is very nice. And you do get two of these sprues, obviously, for a left and right side. I'm going to kind of jump right over to the turret right now, and I want to show you that close up. Look at the pitting and cast marks on it on the side of this turret. I think that would really show some weathering really well. What do you think? Do you think that looks pretty accurate? Tell me down in the comments down below what you think. I think it would. I think it's going to weather up pretty nicely in this kit. And you also get a little bit of that on the bottom of the turret here as well too. And nice looking weld marks around the commander's cupola. And now we're going to jump over to the upper part of the hull. Kind of zoom in there, let you see some of the detail. Nice welds. Slide molded fenders on the side there, so you get the side detail. And there is a little bit of photo etch in there, so you can see you got the screen or where the grills go right here. The grate goes there. We've got our lower hull. This is kind of an unusual way they molded this with all this sprue around it here, but looks pretty nice. Bathtub style hull, you know I love those. And then we've got the actual wheels themselves, and the rubber is separate on this, and of course you've got a left and right side of the wheel itself, or yeah, front and back, left and right. Two sides of the same wheel basically, and then you can paint up the rubber separately, slide that on there. Two of those, and finally the last sprue are the gun, slide molded gun. More slide molded fenders here. And you get two different types of, I can't believe I can't think of that right now. It'll come to me in a second though. And then you can see the texture on the actual grill, on the hatches. And you can also see the detail work on the hatches as well. Mantlet, there it is. Boy, I could not think of that. And then we have our decals and our photo etch. And there are, I'm just going to quickly show you the instructions. There are only like 15 steps on this right here, and they go together. Looks like it'd be a pretty easy kit to put together. As you can see here, they've got markings where, like the red on here is where the glue will go. So the manufacturers are really stepping up a lot and helping out the first-time modeler about helping, you know, put stuff together. And we're also going to take a quick look at the Upgrade Solution Series for the T34. Now, this is just an aftermarket kit that you don't absolutely need. It is going to update the fenders, the fuel tanks, some of the straps, and as you can see, some of the boxes on here too. And rather than open it up, this is a nice breakdown of what comes inside of it. You're going to get metal wire inside here, as well as all of these pieces. So these pieces are going to get wound up to actually make the fuel tanks. These are the parts for the fenders there. So if you're into doing a lot of photo etch, this is a nice upgrade for that. And now we're going to take a quick little look at the new 1:1 scale shell from Pig Models. This is the 76.2 millimeter HVAP-T, which I'm assuming means high velocity armor piercing tracer. It is 1:1 scale, and very simple instructions. There's only 4 parts in the entire kit, as you can see right here, and we'll actually show it to you right now. Very unusual looking projectile on this. And then you also have the end cap right down here. And something I really like, especially when I was doing the Tiger, there is a set of stencils inside as well. So you just have to go ahead and tape this on. It's made out of like a wax paper, so you can use it actually multiple times. And go ahead and stencil up the side, because you know that adds a lot of authenticity to the shell. Okay, let's take a look at the new RYEFIELD model Panzer IV J. This is the one with the full interior. Now, I'm not going to pull every single sprue out because there is a lot of them in here, but I want to give you just a general idea of what is in the kit. And as you can see right here, this is the late one that has all the extra photo etch screens that go all over on the side there. So let's take a look at some of the sprues. Okay, the first thing I want to show you guys is the tracks and how the tracks are molded. Now, they're done with holes. Hopefully you can maybe see that in there. You can see the holes inside there, and then there are the individual pins that you'll be able to pin these together and get them to work. So a little bit of work, I'd say, in there getting that going, but not too bad. And let's see if these will line up. These might even line up that if you cut them in half, it might be able to put multiple tracks links together at once. I'd have to actually kind of measure them all out and see, but that gives you an idea on that. What we're going to take a look at is the lower hull. Now, obviously, this is not a bathtub style hull because, and I fully understand why, they had to put all of this extra detail on the inside. All of the wiring, as you see right here. There is a lot of stuff going on in there. And then when we flip it around, we've got the bottom. Nice bolt detail. And then, of course, the outer portion of the tank. And then we have our wheel sprue. This one will be the same sprue that is on the regular late J. But if you haven't seen that, I'll give you a kind of close-up of some of this. Some of the springs. There's the leaf springs. Here is one of the ammo sprues. So we've got, as you can see, quite a bit of ammunition inside this, because you get 2 of these inside there. And then all of the ammo pouches. A few of the other parts inside there as well. Here is part of the turret ring and the lower part of the actual turret. Here's the bottom of the basket. Here's another sprue here with some of the spare track links. We've got slide molded parts for the muzzle brakes, and then the barrel is right here. It didn't need to be slide molded because this is the important part that would be. Those are all done separately. Also have some slide molding right here for the fenders. One sprue I really want to show you guys too is the engine. Workings is the transmission. It's pretty cool looking right there. Got some slide molding on it. And one other quick thing I'll show you, and that's the clear part. So we have a clear upper hull and a clear top of the turret, as well as the area where the transmission, the glasses plate up front here, is all clear. And it's wrapped very, very well. I don't want to get any fingerprints on this one or anything too, but they've wrapped it up really well, and it's really in a nice protective packaging to keep it, because you want to keep that clear parts as crystal clear as possible. Now, there are a lot of other parts inside of this, a lot of those multiple sprues, a lot of them you've seen in the other thing, but I want to just give you guys a general idea. In fact, these are, more sprues that are inside, and even more stuff yet on it. But this was just, like I said, give you a general overview of what's going to be inside. RYEFIELD models is very, very good quality, and I'm sure the fit will be great on this kit. Also want to show you the photo etch that comes part of the actual kit. So we have all of the side skirts, which were done in the mesh, like that. They also have the mesh top, which... Let me show you that picture one more time on the side. You can see how all the mesh goes around for protection. And that is all part of the kit. We get a pretty extensive set of decals in the sense that you have all of those decals for the ammunition inside, as well as some outer numbers. And you also get a lot of clear parts inside of here too. So we have all the periscopes and any other parts that require to be clear. Those are all done up right there. And finally, briefly, like the T34, just going to give you an idea what the instructions are like. There's lots of color inside as well as the black and white. And what I said before is I like that they changed the color up to tell you what the new part is going on each one of the sections. So on 34, we're applying the fenders here. So we've got that in blue. So you know that, hey, it's be on the lookout for those certain parts. So you're not skipping over parts. And they do that throughout. Here's how the tracks go. Oh, okay, so here's that question we had earlier about the tracks. It is done that way. So there's a little jig inside there. You'll line up, cut your tracks off, easy enough, and then just go down the edge and snap those right into place there. So that seems pretty easy, actually. So I don't think that'll be a problem at all. And this is the Panzer IV H kit that is brand new as well. We're not going to tear into this one. This one is very, very close to the J that we just saw, minus the interior. This is just an external parts only on it. And the last thing I want to just quickly show you is this is the upgrade kit for the last production Panzer IV J. So you already get these photo etch parts inside the actual kit of either one. So now you're going to get all upgraded fenders, all the brackets on the inside, of the outer skirts are going to be done in photo etch, as well as the upper or the turret skirts are all done in photo etch, plus all kinds of little detail parts like that. And that's the kind of stuff you'll get inside of this. So the RYEFIELD Panzer IV J is a $75 kit. The Panzer IV H is a $44 kit, and these are $20 aftermarket kits, which, like I said, you don't need this one right here. If you want to build without it, you'll still build up a really nice model. This is for the person who wants to do the real ultimate detail. So there is a quick look at some really cool new RYEFIELD model kits and their aftermarket kits, plus the new shell. All of these kits are now available on our website at andyshhq.com, as well as in store. We have all of this stuff, quite a bit of it in stock, and you can go on there and check them out. You can see we got some really good prices on all of these things. Well, there you go, guys. There's a quick look at some really cool new kits. I do want to answer a couple of quick questions that I get all the time on the last couple of videos. And first and foremost is the Tamiya tow truck that you guys saw me working on. I knew I get a lot of questions when I'm going to finish it. And the problem is right now, you know, the whole lower chassis, all the electronics, most of the electronics are all done right now. I started painting it up in this very specific color here, and we ran out of the paint, and Tamiya is out of stock on it too. It is supposed to be coming in very soon, and I just don't have enough coats and to cover everything in, and I didn't want to change the color up you know, a third time. So we went with this bright yellow color for the truck, and as soon as I get more paint in, I will start assembling the rest of it. It's really not going to be a heck of a lot more to put together other than detailing the, you know, the body and the cab, things like that. So I am still working on it. I'm just waiting on paint for right now, so keep in mind of that. Now, when it comes to these new kits, believe it or not, this is probably the one that I'm most interested in building right now. I have built a ton of Panzer IVs, as you know. I'm working on this one right now, like I said earlier in the video, that we will have a complete build video on this in the next couple of days. And so to do another J or an H right now seems like kind of a lot. I did all those border model ones and a few other ones. So I haven't done a T34 85 in quite a while. This looks like a great kit, not too many parts. It's a great price on it too, under $40. I really want to try this one out right here and really, let's just call it, beat the heck out of it. Really weather the heck out of it, you know, scratch it up, rust it, chip it, all that kind of stuff. Russian armor always looks really cool that way. So we'll finish this one up, and more than likely we'll start on this one next. I do have a bunch of airplane kits from Wingnuts that I want to start one of those for myself, like maybe an old Albatross or something. Not too sure about that yet, but look for a video on this one coming soon. I'm keeping one of these J's for myself with the interior, although I don't know if I'm up to building an interior kit right now. That's a lot of work. Only because I've built so many other ones recently. But I do want to have one in my collection because someday I do want to have this Panzer IV built up with the full interior. So looks like a cool kit. But go ahead and tell me, which one of these three are you the most interested in? And of course, I'm going to keep one of these as well to go with my line of ammunition that I keep up on my counter. And that's actually another question too. I've been doing this channel now for well over 5 years. And I still get some people who don't realize I actually have a hobby store. I have a hobby store in Glendale, Arizona, which is hooked on to Phoenix, basically. It's just a suburb of Phoenix, a pretty decent sized one that we carry nothing but plastic model kits, paint, tools, all that kind of stuff. Plus we have andyshhq.com, which is my online web store. And that's growing all the time too. In fact, we just more than doubled the size of the warehouse that fulfills all that stuff. So really appreciate all of your patronage, and it's a wonderful thing. So I want to take this opportunity to thank you guys as always for watching. Remember, please go down in the comments and tell me which one you're most interested in, what you like about these kits. Plus also, if you haven't already, really appreciate it if you'd go ahead and hit the subscribe button down there. Really helps us out a lot. And like I said, leave comments and give us a thumbs up if you like this video. So thank you for watching, and please stay tuned because we have many more videos coming.